guys, welcome to my channel. So guys, my name is Lovebomber. So guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about red flags in friendships or the types of friends to avoid. And guys, just a disclaimer that I want to make: if you have a friend that has any of the characteristics that I'm about to list, I'm not necessarily recommending that you cut them off. I feel like there's so many different ways to go about enforcing healthy friendship boundaries. And for some friends, you might need to actually cut them off and go cold turkey on them. But for other friends, it might just mean like having a conversation with them about certain things that you're not really too happy about and how to make the friendship work. So, how to make the friendship better. For other friends, you might just need to love them from a distance and, just keep a healthy but respectable distance from them. And yeah, so it's completely up to you. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get started. I think that the first friend that you should avoid is the clingy friend. Okay, so guys, I'm a low maintenance friend and I don't like talking to people all the time, even if we're really close. Like me and my best friend, we literally always used to talk at max twice a month. And that was okay with us, like it worked for us because she's also like a low maintenance friend. And yeah, like when I talk about a clingy friend, I mean, you feel like they don't give you space to breathe. It's not just about how frequent they contact you, is if it's starting to make you feel uncomfortable, especially if you've already voiced that. I remember like one particular friend, oh, guys, this story, like I remember I was so stressed out. I had a friend or someone that I reconnected with, and I told this friend that I'm a low maintenance friend. I don't really like being on the phone to my friends that often, or I don't like texting. Like, guys, that's nothing. Like, I'm really, really bad, but I hate texting as well. I can tolerate like being on the phone to people, but yeah, it is not an everyday thing. I need my personal space. So I made sure to tell this friend this from the very beginning, but I don't think that this friend took what I said seriously enough. And I don't think that this friend realized that what I was doing was I was establishing a healthy friendship boundary, or essentially warning her of like a friendship boundary that I had. And what started to happen was this friend would constantly call me all the time and constantly text me. And bear in mind, I was in uni, I was in my final year of uni. But at first, I was like, okay, she's probably not used to this, but she's gonna get used to my style of like friendship because I've already warned her about it in advance. It became too constant. I felt like I was being suffocated in the friendship. I remember like there was one time I had literally fasted for the whole day. By the time that I broke my fast, I couldn't even eat because I had an evening lesson to go to. That was going to be between like 6 to 8 p.m. Bear in mind, I broke my fast at 6 p.m. Around like 8:30 to 9 p.m. I've come home. Bear in mind, not eating the whole day. I'm tired. Guess who calls my phone? The clingy friend. The reason why this pissed me off so much is because if you didn't answer her calls or her texts, she would go off on you. Guys, when I saw that call, when I saw my phone ringing and then I saw that it was her, I was so angry. I just screamed. Like I literally yelled and I burst into tears because I just felt so overwhelmed. I was thinking, God, I've not even eaten yet. And I had lessons as well earlier that day. Like I was just really tired because she was the type of person where like if you didn't answer her calls or her texts within that same day, she would go off on you. And I just weren't in the mood for that. As I said before, I don't think it's necessarily a thing where you need to cut off so and so. It might just be establishing a healthy distance or a healthy friendship barrier. Like, hey, like around these times, don't call me. Because I'd constantly tell this friend, me and my best friend, we literally speak to each other once a month, typically, two on a good day. My friends that I see here at Oxford, I talk to them literally like once every 2 weeks because it's just too much. Like it can become very draining, or it can feel draining talking to the same person constantly. And it's not to say that they're a bad person, it's just I need my own space. I need to breathe. Another type of friend that I'd suggest that you be wary of is the type of friend that gets super close to you within a very, very, very short period of time. Guys, I know that you're probably gonna think like, raw, like love, I go uni or I go sixth form or I go here, I go there. So that's kind of normal. And I do understand that in those contexts is a bit more normal. So I feel like if you're an adult, that type of behavior isn't really normal. I can be quite skeptical when it comes to people and their intentions because why are you trying to get so close to me within a short period of time? I feel like the best and the most healthiest forms of friendships are the ones where you take a while to get to know not only their personality but their character. Someone's personality might be really great, but their character might be really bad. So for example, I used to have a friend where we literally became like super close within a very short period of time. Within less than a month, we were calling each other best friends, sister, etc. And it was mainly because I really liked her personality. She made me laugh all the time. Like, she was such a funny person. But guys, when I tell you, I didn't know the character that this person really had until 6 months, and the whole mask fell off after like 2 years. When I started to notice not just their personality but their character traits, that's when I thought, okay, love, you judged this person based off their character, not their personality. That's why you're sad right now. So that's a mistake that I'd avoid now as an adult. When I differentiate between someone's personality and someone's character, I mean, their personality might be funny, but they might have a lying character. And obviously, that's not something that you want within a friendship. So I think that, yeah, like, just take your time to get to know people better. You don't need to rush into anything. You don't need to rush into no friendships quickly. Yeah, anyone that tries to get close to me within a very short period of time, I literally side eye you, because why? Another type of friend that I would avoid is the type of friend that will throw you under the bus around guys. Guys, I call this type of friend the fast and the thirsty. And I feel like these are literally like bottom barrel people, like bottom barrel type of girls. Because why are you actually doing that? I feel like with these types of friends, healthy distance. These are the type of friends that I'd be quickest to just cut off, to be completely honest. A conversation could be useful, but I don't know. Some girls know what they're doing, and they might apologize to you about it, but then do it again in a more subtle way, or do it behind your back. Yeah, I just feel like these are the type of girls that you should just avoid altogether, because they need to mature in a way that will allow them to understand that that is so wrong, like ill. Not only are they insecure about themselves, but I feel like there's also an element of envy that they feel towards you, because if they didn't feel threatened by you in whatever way that they feel threatened by you, they wouldn't feel the need to do this. Another type of friend that I'd advise you guys to avoid is what I call the chameleon. They lack identity. And you see how chameleons, they always change colors based off of their surroundings. That is what this type of friend does. If they're around you, they're going to pretend that they're interested in X, Y, and Z. When they're around person Y, they mask as though they're interested in whatever person Y is interested in. And it's like, you just lack identity. And people like this often turn out to be really fake. I can't stand people that don't have their own identity. Honestly, it's so embarrassing. Like, just be yourself. Don't be a chameleon type of friend. Even if you don't know who you are, be honest in acknowledging that you don't know what type of person you are, but don't be a chameleon. Like, it's so annoying. So guys, the next friend that I think that you should avoid, I call this person the secret enemy of progress. And I'll explain why. You guys should avoid the type of friend that gasses you when you're angry, or the type of friend that hypes you when you're angry. This is the type of friend that would encourage you to go and fight. No, guys, you don't need people like that in your life. Pretty girls don't fight. I want you to remember that. Pretty girls don't fight. So if you have a friend that when you're angry, they're like, yeah, yeah, no, you're right, no, you should go. Guys, you don't need a friend like that. That friend will land you in prison. I had a friend where she was kind of crazy. Like, she was just a hothead. And if I was angry, she'd be like, yeah, yeah, love. Yeah, like, no, love, like, calm down. You're in an emotional state right now and you're not thinking clearly. Those are the type of friends that you need. You need a type of friend that will hear you out when you're feeling upset, but will remind you that, like, listen, you're just emotional right now. Don't make decisions out of anger. They literally just want to watch drama happen because they're bored and they just want tea. Like, those are not the type of friends that you need. You call your friends to calm you down. You call your friends to hear you out, but you also call your friends so that they can calm you down and, like, almost bring you back to reality, bring you back to earth. I feel like as friends, we're supposed to be each other's keepers, and you're not being your friend's keeper if you're encouraging her to go and do X, Y, and Z, and you know that they wouldn't do that in their normal state. There was also this guy that I used to date as well. He was a pastor's son. We're still, like, getting to know each other because we didn't have mutual friends or anything. I was just telling him, like, oh, I'm not allowed to do X, Y, and Z. My parents are kind of strict, etc. He was like to me on the phone, no, you shouldn't have that. I was like, I just go. I just go out. If I want to go out, I just go out. And I was like, pastor's son, they're always like that. Like they're always the ones that you need to watch out for the most. In my head, I was thinking red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Guys, I can't say it fast. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red, whatever. But I was thinking red flag times 100. I like the type of people in my life who hold me accountable, who even when I'm upset, they hear me out, but they don't encourage me to make decisions that I'm later going to regret when I've calmed down. Oh, okay. So guys, this one might be a bit debatable and controversial, but another type of friend that I think that you should maybe avoid if it's like really bad, but definitely like have a conversation with them is the type of friend that doesn't like to share their friends. Some of you guys watching might be that type of friend. And I completely hear it to an extent, but I feel like that's kind of toxic. Now, hear me out. If you can't tell already from this video, I'm very selective with my friends and I love my friends so much. I'm so proud of my friends. I feel like I have really, really great friends. Mainly because of that, I'm the type of friend that loves to show off their friends to my other friends because I'm proud of them. I'm not a gatekeeper when it comes to my friends. I love introducing different people to each other, and you know, I like it when my friends become friends because it kind of shows me that I've done a good job. Like if my friends can get on and they don't see any issues with each other, then it shows that, you know, I'm good at picking friends. But I've had friends where they don't like sharing their friends. And at the end of the day, it is a friendship boundary. So I do think that it should be respected in certain contexts. But I also feel like it kind of comes from an unhealthy mindset. I had two types of friends like this, and one of my friends, I hear her, but the other friend, she was just bad vibes, and I'll explain. So, friend number one is a twin, and that is why she doesn't like sharing friends because she already has an identical twin sister, and obviously, she's probably had to share like most of everything that belongs to her throughout her childhood with her twin sister. So I can completely understand her not wanting to share her friends. So friend number two was just completely insecure. I feel like she was just the type of friend where she didn't like other people to outshine her. That is literally exactly what happened. I'm gonna call friend number two insecure. So me and Insecure were friends for quite a while. And I remember I went to go and visit Insecure at uni. Well, Insecure was like, oh, love, I want you to meet my new friends. Now, this is where she broke her own boundary. So if I went and did that, that's none of my business if you're upset with me because you've gone and broken your own boundary by introducing me to your friends. So she was like, oh, love, I want you to meet my new friends. And I was like, okay. So she went and she introduced me to some of her new friends. It was kind of organic because I'd go to her uni. I wouldn't say all the time, but I'd been there quite a few times and I'd developed friendships with some of her friends and stuff like that. So naturally, I became friends with some of her friends at her uni. If me and her were on the phone to each other, she would always make comments like, oh, I hate it when my friends become friends. I don't like that because I feel like they're going to leave me out. If you don't want me to become friends with your friends, why introduce me to them in the first place? I didn't ask to meet your friends. You went and showed me off to your friends like I was a new shiny toy. So if I've developed friendships with your friends based off of something you did, then it's not my business if you're upset with the fact that we became friends or not. Another thing that I'd advise you to avoid is the type of friend that smirks, even if it's just for a brief millisecond when you share bad news with them. I've had a friend like this, and lo and behold, it was Insecure. She was the same friend. As I said, she was just bad vibes. And you're probably thinking, so why would you continue telling her anything that was like really close and personal to you if she was the type of friend that would do it? And it's because I wanted to see if I was really seeing what I saw. But yeah, guys, I was. She was the type of friend that would smirk. And the flip side of it would be if you have a type of friend that when you share good news with them, they're not really that happy. You can just tell. With your friends, you can just tell. And I feel like something that tends to happen is that you tend to like doubt yourself, like how I would. Did I really see her smirk? But you can just tell if you know your friends inside and out, and if you know your friends really well, then you can just tell when their mood switches and when their mood changes. One is kind of sly, but once you clock it, you won't miss it when you see it in real life. So the type of friend that I also think that you guys should avoid is the love bomber. And let me just explain this, right? Because love bombing doesn't just happen in relationships, it can happen in friendships as well. The love bomber type of friend, they always compliment you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's good to compliment your friends and to encourage them. But is to the point where, I don't know, it doesn't settle right in your spirit, and it feels extremely forced, and you don't really feel comfortable with it. Not because anything that they're saying is wrong, it's just, I don't know, there's just something off. I feel like if you've experienced this, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, you'll only realize what I'm talking about once you see it in your own life. Personally, one analogy that I always use when I try to describe what I'm talking about to people is that, say you're drinking tea with sugar is really nice, like in my opinion. Tea with sugar is really nice, but once you put too much sugar or too much honey in your tea, it becomes sickening. And that's exactly what I mean by the love bomber friend, is when the compliments or, their attention is too much to the point where it just feels very, very off, or something feels very, very wrong about it. And it doesn't feel like it's coming from a genuine place. And these types of friends, they like to get like really close to you. Yeah, some of the different traits I've listed out is one and the same person. This type of friend might be the clingy friend. They also might be like very nosy, where they think that because they compliment you all the time, and they've tried to get very close to you within a short period of time, they think that because of that they deserve to know everything that's going on in your life. Guys, these friends, like, more time you're moving like a monitoring spirit, like it's kind of weird. It's almost as though they're envious of you and they want to be you. Chelsea, you get what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's not, I don't know, guys, you will just sense it in your spirit when something's off. Like, why are you complimenting me this much? But then you're the same person who smirks if I give bad news. Or you're the same person who you're not too happy if I give good news. But I've been making excuses for you, and I've been gaslighting myself, but I was right all along. So yeah, guys, if you see this type of friend, you need to watch out and be careful, because these types of friends are secretly your haters. One thing that I noticed that was like weird that this friend would do, they're secretly competing with you without you even realizing. This friend would copy me. Oh my gosh. Guys, they would copy me and they thought that they were so sly. Chelsea's getting triggered. She's in the background, she's getting triggered. So for example, I used to have a private story on Snapchat and I called it Love Vlog Edition, because my snaps and my private story were made in like a vlog style, and that's what helped me to start my YouTube channel. But that's neither here nor there. But when I went to visit this friend at her uni, her friends were like to me, and guys, I even have it on video. I'm not going to put it in this video for the sake of, no, Charles, I can't do that. Chelsea. If I do it, then I'd have to like drastically change the voices. Like, like if you put like a sound effect. I don't know, guys, I might do it.
Basically, we're gonna take love on a tour.
YouTuber, top YouTuber here. Oh, really? From Oxford, Oxford.
Okay, so we're taking love on a tour. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's making sense now.
What do you mean?
Well, where'd you get it from?
Literally, this is the first time that I visited them at their uni, and I was kind of like, wait, what are you guys talking about? But it's the fact that she denied it and her friends clocked her, and all of this happened in front of me. Like, you look so stupid. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, guys, that's all of my tips. Keep the people in your life that make you happy, that help you to be a better person, that help you to get closer to God, that keep you accountable. I feel like all of my friends have a trait that I really, really love and that I aspire towards myself, and I think that's really healthy. But yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.